She was trapped by a wealthy influencer. Where? I'm sure Lex was in the right. I'm certain Lex was in the right. This is such cope.
What about the Queen?
My one.
You know that one?
Everyone's really convinced by this cope. You were playing along. I think it's awesome that people can monetize cyberbullying now. Shut up, man. W morale. He's seething. Look at him. Look at him. He's seething.
Because my comedy's bad or whatever, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Aiden is gonna completely turn on Jake Weddle for this comment.
Like, I don't want to release that, but I'm gonna have to.
So guys, obviously the last couple days, last week or so, we have been witnessing one of the most amazing crash outs, breakdowns, breakups of all time in content.
I'll just set up virtual.
Lex, Jake Weddle's girlfriend, broke up with him, kicked him out of her place, made a song about him, dropped allegations and sound recordings and all this stuff. Going absolutely crazy, going ham on him. And obviously Aiden had Jake Weddle on. Lex tried to hack Jake, stop him from going on. Was talking to Morale as it was going on. Kept jumping on Morale's stream, talking about wanting to f Great Danes, wanting to f horses. Pretty crazy stuff. And now, Jake Weddle has done an interview with one CSAM Nuggets, our good friend CSAM Nuggets. And apparently, there's some interesting stuff in there. So let's take a look.
Is it already going? Are we on?
Yeah, we're on. They can hear you. They can hear you.
Gotcha. Hey, hello. It's so funny when you can't see stream. I'm sure there'll be... Wait, did I lose you? Did I do it? Are we back? What's going on?
Yeah, we're back. Hold on. I'm just turning on my...
Okay, this is just literally like...
Atlas doesn't Dogpack 404 is. And if you know who Dogpack 404 is, you most likely know who Jake Weddle is, because he was the main contestant, the main source of the second video, Mr. Beast is a Sociopath. Now, Jake Weddle himself got himself into a bit of controversy with the commentary community because of like some of the things he posts on Instagram and some of the ways that his girlfriend, now former girlfriend, would post on YouTube, whether it be video responses, Instagram posts calling out certain community members and whatnot. And this led to a pretty messy breakup. And now I've got an interview set up with Jake Weddle that I'm going to show you. Wow. This breakup was crazy, my friends. We were live. A lot of stuff went down, including hacking, including blackmail. All kinds of crazy stuff happened. And I want to share it with you guys. As always, on this channel, you know, we don't encourage any of this stuff. We don't encourage hacking. We don't encourage harassment to Lex, to anyone involved in this situation. But make sure you know, do the research. Everything I present to you, make sure that you go look into it to find more information and clarifying details. And I hope you guys enjoy the interview. There will be timestamps in the description down below so that you can kind of skip around to the parts that you're really interested in. And I hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think.
So,
oh boy, thanks for the preamble, Cam. Thank you, man.
I said on the stream,
bro. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. We needed that. Thanks for your input. Thanks, man.
That this would be the last place I talk about this. And the only reason why me and Cam are doing this video is because I told Cam he had first dibs. But it happened live on Aiden's stream, which I'm glad it happened that way because it unfolding in real time added a lot more layers to it.
Oh, yeah.
But this is filmed immediately after that entire situation just happened. So as after December.
So anything you can say about Lex playing to the commentary community to try and get them on their side, you can say about Jake, I feel like, too. You can say about Jake, too. Because he's coming on here, he's been like, Cam, I said I'd give you first dibs. Why are you sitting there giving Cam first dibs? Why are you playing games like this? With, oh, I'll give you the first interview. I'll give you the first interview. Dude, what the fuck is going on here?
27th, I'm done. No, I'm never talking about this ever again.
No, that was insane. It was like an end game level twist because it was just going to be a call, just Aiden and you kind of clearing the air.
Truly, Cam Nuggets is a fucking next level, man.
And
I didn't know it was going to be a live debate between me and Lex while she's dropping shit in real time.
No, literally, as you were...
She's blocking me from getting... I'm trying to get on the stream. I have to... She's hacked into all my accounts and I have to get out.
Right. We're going by definitions here. By definition, like while we were mid-convo trying to set this up, you were hacked. Right. By definition. Right.
Well, what that means is that she's been in all my shit for the last like 4 or 5 days, which is insane. I sent her an email saying, please log out of all my things. And I didn't ask her that as a boyfriend. I asked her that as her old boss. boss.
Yep.
She was my assistant, and I said, "Hey, business email to business email, please log out of all my things."
Amazing. And her way to help you with all that was, let me go and block all these people trying to get your word out. I'm not trying to silence you or anything. I'm just trying to help.
I'm trying to say, Lex is defaming me publicly. Here's why. And she's saying, no, I can't let him speak for his mental health.
No,
like, okay, then stop spreading things about me for my mental health. Let me log on to my accounts for my mental health.
But let's just get back to the beginning. So you met Lex through the Mr. Beast drama, I guess you could say. Or
I don't even like the fact that we're even talking about Lex right now is giving her too much attention. But yeah.
Too bad, retard. We're talking about Lex. Okay, Lex is way more interesting than you right now. You are here to tell us about Lex.
She reached out to me because she said she had some tea about Jimmy. Turns out her tea was a nothing burger.
Okay.
She just wanted to have some tea. She just wanted to insert herself in the drama.
Burgers with Jake.
And I just, I trust people. Whoopsie daisies. That's my fault. But we were talking for a little bit. She became my personal assistant because, as my YouTube stuff was ramping up, I needed help.
Right.
I got a lot of subscribers really, really fast, and I was in dire need of some assistance. So I hired one. They always say, don't date your coworkers, which is super fair.
So he hired Lex as an assistant and then started dating her.
I just, I trust people. Whoopsie daisies. That's my fault. We were talking for a little bit. She became my personal assistant because, as my YouTube stuff was ramping up, I needed help.
Right. Jake.
And I just, I trust people. Whoopsie daisies. That's my fault. We were talking for a little bit. She became my personal assistant because, as my YouTube stuff was ramping up, I needed help.
Right.
I got a lot of subscribers really, really fast, and I was in dire need of some assistance. So I hired one. They always say.
So like I say, he wanted Alex. He wanted Alex. He literally hired her and then started dating her. He wanted someone who was going to do crazy internet stuff for him. It's so clear. It's so clear. The idea this guy is in any way a victim or in any way didn't get exactly what he fucking deserved here is crazy.
Don't date your coworkers, which is super fair,
Fair.
But I do feel like her intention was, the plan,
Oh yeah,
doing this,
because you got to about 184,000 subscribers, literally off of one video.
I had 190. I had 190 at one point.
Oh, okay.
But I did lose some and I was expecting that.
Yeah.
Let's
because a lot of people who clicked on my stuff, they clicked on for Beast drama.
Yeah.
And I did continue to talk about Beast stuff. I did collaborations with Roe and Dawson continuously.
Yeah.
But I also did stand-up stuff, and when people clicked on my shit for the purpose of, ooh, I want Jimmy T.
Right.
And then not everything I said was Jimmy T, which I had people saying I was talking about it too much, too little, whatever. I digress. So I was planning on shedding some after the big influx. But I was trying to keep up with, oh, look at all these subs. This is nice. I don't want to waste, the opportunity. People subscribed. I want to give them something to be subscribed for.
Right.
But I was really overwhelmed. It was so much. I think I say this on the Adam McIntyre podcast as well, that it was really intimidating.
We do not care.
All of that on top of all.
Wait. 450k subscribers, 46k views. You're owned. Nobody wants to hear you talk.
Podcast as well. That it was really intimidating. All of that. On top of all the hate I was getting, on top of all the things I was trying to do while I was growing, And so when I hired Lex, I was like, oh, Jimmy T, blah, blah, blah. We're talking a little bit. I say I need an assistant. She goes, oh, I can be your assistant. That's great.
Yeah.
She is actively being my assistant, so we're in a lot of communication. And we have like a heart-to-heart one night. We're talking all night. I think I talked about this in one of my videos that I've taken down recently, the story of how I met Lex. But I said it in a much more positive way.
Yeah,
really funny.
things changed for sure.
So he hires his assistant, and then he's just sitting there having a heart-to-heart, commiserating to her about how bad his life is.
It's so funny.
So do you think that possibly, when you first started popping off around the Beast stuff, this video, the real reason I left Mr. Beast, to hit 1 million views, right? And in the video after that, the Jimmy one hit 521,000, and then the Jake the Viking one, 500,000. So do you think that she possibly saw these numbers You know?
You know what's so funny? No, I don't think she watched my videos at all. I think she saw me on the dog peck thing because whenever I referenced something from one of my own videos, I don't think she watched any of my content up until she started working for me. I think she saw me on the dog peck thing. That was it.
She's a Jake Weddle fan, not you, but the Jake Weddle in that video.
She was trapped by a wealthy influencer. We need to save Lex. We need to save Lex.
And that dog that's insane.
She likes the idea of me.
Yeah. And you think that numbers, you know?
You know what's so funny? No, I don't think she watched my videos at all. I think she saw me on the dog peck thing because whenever I referenced something from one of my own videos, I don't think she watched any of my content up until she started.
Let's go. Let's go. That's a Lex W. That's a huge Lex W.
Working for me. I think she saw me on the dog peck thing. That was it.
She's a Jake Weddle fan, not you, but the Jake Weddle in that video. And that dog that's insane.
She likes the idea of me.
Yeah. And you think that kind of helped the relationship end in a way as well, right?
Well, it was like she was being supportive to me at first in a way that I hadn't been supported before. You know, it was really, really jarring to my friends and family and, you know, personal, you know, close people. You know, I would ask advice to a lot of people about this content creator thing, and the only like people that could give me any advice were other content creators.
Right.
So like I thought, oh, she's a content creator. Oh, she's been doing this for a little bit. Oh, she's, you know, being supportive in this way, being supportive in that way. So like, yeah, I got like love bombed up top. You know, and I'm very susceptible to love bombing. I tell you, I love getting loved. But you know, I think, you know, after some love bombing,
I just don't understand how a 27-year-old man, is he 27 or 28? 27-year-old man talking about fucking love bombing. I'm sorry, dude. You should be able to recognize at age 27 that sometimes people are really enthusiastic and loving at the start of relationships when you first start talking to someone. And that doesn't always last. You're a fucking 27-year-old man, Jake.
And then some trauma bonding.
Get love bombed by my paid assistant.
Whoopsie daisies, that's the name of the special.
Season
you know? Yeah. No, it's so funny that I named the special trauma bonding because now it has such a different connotation now.
Oh, God,
I got a bit about Lex
it's not
in my
funny.
special.
No, it's not funny. Nothing you've ever done is funny apart from getting abused by this girl, manipulated by this girl. Not even abused. You shouldn't abuse him. It was self-defense. It was self-defense.
Actually, where I say she's not a good. Well, it's funny. You know, at the end of my special, I say to my lovely Lex. I gave her a little tribute at the end of the. Oh, silly boy!
That's what happened, man. At least she didn't get a tattoo. You know, that's how
Lex
short.
Wallace.
Oh gosh,
it's close, baby.
It was only 3 months, right? 3 short months, or 3 long months.
We were talking for like a month before that.
Okay.
Yeah. But like the relationship itself.
That was more work-related chats, though, right? Like assistant type stuff.
That was like a month of. It was mostly just, you know. Like when somebody slides into your DMs and you have a parasocial DM relationship with somebody, it's like a month of that, and then maybe like 2-3 weeks of she was like my assistant, for like 2-3 weeks, and then it was dating. So
okay, that's good. Did you notice like anything weird? Like I don't want to make this like a big like drama like spill.
I love ignoring red flags. I love ignoring red flags. You know. I had a lot of people warning me. I had a lot of people telling me, you know, this is this pattern of behavior for her is what she does. I mean, this is, you know, I was a silly. I gave her a lot of benefit of the doubt because when I was in a really, really, really bad mental health place, like I was in a really bad mental health place. I mean, I did that video as Jake Weddle okay, you know, where I talk about what a bad mental health place I was in, and so here somebody swoops in.
Where?
You know, I'll make it all better.
Yep.
Don't worry. You know. I ignored a lot of red flags because I appreciated a lot of the ways she helped me in the beginning, you know, as my assistant, as what I thought to be a supportive partner, you know, and then whoopsie daisies, I will fight anybody who tells me not to trust her, and I will believe her when she says don't trust somebody.
It's like when your mom tells you like stay away from crazy girls. I got you, and then you get one.
Like this guy, the level of retardation this guy is expecting us to believe here is insane. Like we're serious. He's literally just expecting you to believe because he seems so pathetic. You're supposed to completely believe that he was just totally mindless here. You wanted Alex. You wanted your crazy Misa assistant. That's what you wanted. That's why you got an assistant and started dating her. Be serious now.
And then you can't leave. Yeah. And the internet has, she's kind of done an interesting thing of kind of archiving a lot of her red flags to people. Like on Reddit, she goes on Reddit and posts about her own drama and whatnot, making it easy for like the people who are, you know, following the Mr. Beast stuff to see, oh, this is Jake Whittle's girlfriend. And she's like on here talking about how her old roommates like hate her and her old best friend hates her, and
she's very, very public about all of the people that, or she was for a while. She was very public for a while, and she told me all of it. How everybody in her hometown doesn't like her. The car scene down there doesn't like her. Her roommates don't like her. Her friends don't like her. She's pushed everybody away, you know, in real life. But you know, but she has like a Discord community that's you know supportive, and I think people should have support, whether it's online, whether it's you know.
It's not a matter of fucking projection or trying to read his mind or anything. It's literally, you would have to be completely fucking retarded. Nobody's mind gets completely supplanted by someone else's the moment they meet them. It's just absurd to believe, especially a 27-year-old man. Nobody's mind just gets completely corrupted instantly, and they're just like, oh yeah, this girl is perfect. Everyone's always lying about her. Everyone else is lying all the time. I'm not going to engage with any evidence, so I'm going to do the most crazy things possible to help her. Nobody actually works like that. This is like the sort of thing he's saying here, where she's isolated him and made him not trust anyone. This is the sort of like abuse and manipulation that goes on over the course of like a fucking year. Like you would have to like really fucking dig into someone's head to have them just unquestionably not trusting people you tell them not to trust, going after people you tell them to go after. It's like he's saying he's a fucking zombie, and it happened within a month when he hired her. No, you're a fucking mark if you believe that.
Me, all of it. How everybody in her hometown doesn't like her. The car scene down there doesn't like her. Her roommates don't like her. Her friends don't like her. She's pushed everybody away, you know, in real life. But you know. But she has like a Discord community that's you know supportive, and I think people should have support, whether it's online, whether it's you know in real life.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really important to have really strong like social connections, community, all that jazz. I agree. But when everybody,
I think Mr. Girl could pull off under 6 months.
That you're doing all this crazy stuff, and you know, and again at the time. I was receiving like the most heinous, vile. My comment sections were awful because I was speaking out against, you know, what I was speaking out against. Yeah. So I was sitting here thinking, oh, we're both going through a lot of online harassment.
Right.
You know, I didn't think deeper than that. I thought it was almost a relatable issue that we had in common rather than a red flag.
Yeah, that's kind of what led me to reaching out to you.
So, like, that's perfectly reasonable. That's a fine explanation why you were maybe, you know, less questioning of her character. Because you felt like, oh, well, she's going through the same thing I'm going through. People say don't trust me. People say don't trust her. That makes sense for some of it. But the idea that you're completely locked in, that you can't look at any of the evidence critically, that you're being told, she's like saying to him actively, I'm going to go run these ops on Hellbent. I'm going to use alts to trick these people. And he's like, okay, don't get caught. Like, he's in with it.
Because, you know, for example, I look up Lex, and I see her talking about this person hates her, these people hate her, these people hate her. And you, like, you don't make that known. Other people aren't making content about
it. Yeah, and he claims he was reeling her in when that sort of shit he was doing.
I don't hate people, and not a lot of people hate me.
Yeah, people online, I think now that you've had that interview with Aiden, like, a lot of people...
Bro, no way that's how Lyrix showed his fucking docs. He really held his ID up to the camera on the back of his phone like that. What a fucking idiot, man. Dude, I love Lyrix. He is very dumb, isn't he? That's so crazy. I'm just looking at the picture. That's so crazy. What a stupid fucking thing to do.
People realize they don't hate you. They just think your content's kind of weird. Maybe they
that's fine.
Yeah, maybe they didn't like you from the Mr. Beast stuff. But genuinely, like, you're a good guy, and that's why we're still friends. We're still buddies to this day.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hell yeah, man. Like, I guess back to the relationship. Would you say that there were any, like, you know, you have like 3 strikes, right? Was there like a 1 strike, 2 strike thing you've noticed with her that was like, okay, we gotta wrap this up soon? Or
was there was times we were arguing about her like picking fights with a lot of my friends, like my co-headliner Ben Malone. We went on tour, and my mom. She was butting heads with my mom sometimes.
Oh, no, that's where you end it.
You're done.
If you're enemies with the mom,
I side with Lex. I'm with Lex. Fuck Jake Weddle's mom.
it's over.
One of the biggest fights we had.
I'm sure Lex was in the right. I'm certain Lex was in the right.
You know, and again, we had 2 fights. It was like this fight, and then when she was kicking me out of her house, was hey, be nice to my friends and my mom.
It's fair. You know, pretty simple rules.
Just be nice to my friends and my mom, please.
Yeah.
So,
and it's good.
So that was
It's good you set that flag too. Like you don't let.
Yeah, Mrs. Weddle doesn't exactly have the best track record. Okay, she's not exactly a very good judge of character. Okay, I think I'll trust Lex here.
Your partner, your girlfriend, like take you away.
Fighting with mom-in-law 3 months in is so fucking based.
From your friends and family. You set the rules.
Right. Yeah, but her rules were like, don't yell at me, right? Which is super fair. Like you should never yell at your partner. Obviously. But like everybody's a human being. Like everybody, you know, like you get frustrated with people. Everybody's in relationships. You know, if it gets too toxic, get out of it.
Yeah.
You know, like if you guys are like screaming all the time, like I've gotten out of relationships because they've gotten too toxic. I'm like, look, we're fighting all the time. This isn't healthy. Let's get the hell out of this.
Yeah,
you know?
like we fight more than we love, pretty much, type of things.
Yes, and for me, because me and Lex didn't fight often, you know, we had 2 fights. It was that one, and then the one she's kicking me out of her place. And so that's why it was such a jarring 180, where I was like, "Whoa, what the hell happened just now?"
Yeah,
we can't talk about this. We can't, you know, you're just gonna go straight to removing me from your home in a foreign country.
Yeah, that's insane.
Good.
Yeah, I thought it was insane, and that's why I reacted the way I did.
Right.
It was because I thought it was insane, and then when I was reacting the way I did out of how insane the situation was, she said, "Ooh, now I fear for my safety. I'm going to call the police." And I'm going, what are you doing that for? What the fuck's going on right now? And next thing you know, I'm on a flight back to the U.S.
Yeah. As the assistant, do you think there were anything she was doing, like the stuff she was doing on Reddit, on Twitter, on these social medias? Did any of this stuff kind of mess with you?
Honestly, I'll say this. She was a very, very, very good assistant. Okay. I think she was if I could give her...
Dude, and she was probably doing all this alt shit and stuff while he was paying her, right?
A letter of recommendation as an assistant. She's a very good assistant. Her emails were great. Her scheduling was great. The help she gave me on my production was great. The problems she had was being my public-facing girlfriend. Those were not in her assistant duties.
Okay, so you didn't tell her, like you weren't assigning her these tasks of like doing these things on Reddit or like.
I didn't know. Of course not. Okay. She was
you did know. She told you.
As my spouse, she was going online and talking about me, and
you dated for a month, basically. You knew each other in real life for a month. Spouse? What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Posting about me, and as a content creator in her own right. Okay. Because she has, her own stuff. So she was just the way she was publicly injecting herself into the, the drama. Those were not. I did not ask her to do that as my assistant. She took that upon herself as my significant other.
Yeah, because that's an idea that's been floating around. As people were like, "Oh, well, Jake is clearly like making her do this. Like she's not that."
No, if anything, I really wish she reeled it in. I really wish she reeled it in. Yeah.
We didn't say that to her in the DMs when she was telling you that she was upping Hellbent, did you?
Because
that was her reeled in. I said that in the thing. That was her reeled in. I was like, maybe don't say that. Maybe don't say that. Maybe don't say that. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, because when all this stuff first started popping off and you kind of started
he's just trying to abdicate any responsibility, but yeah, it was all Lex.
Getting haters. Like you had an occasional Instagram story or something, but you were never going to like the length of like, I'm gonna sue you or like things like this. Or
no. Lex has a history of being like very, very trying to use the law to intimidate people.
It's scary.
Yeah, that's a very scary thing to do. Use the law to intimidate people. Yeah. So I, with like the Hellbent thing, like I backed up my partner publicly, because she wanted to, she's very sue happy. And I think because at the end of a lawsuit, you receive a lot of money.
Yeah. Money's good. So people like money.
Yeah. People like money.
For people who are watching the video, the Hellbent situation is.
Yeah, you're going to make loads of money off of suing me and Hellbent. Yeah. That's a fucking treasure trove.
A girl by the name of Hellbent, a very small commentary channel in the community. She joined your Patreon mine information, like to farm information.
Brother, I hate this job.
There's a kick VOD with 500 views. So for copyright infringement, or kick VOD with 500 views, that's big money in that.
So much. I have had people trying to bait me. I have had people sending me death threats. Like I have, like Lex used to make joke. I just want to work on cars, bro. Like she didn't work on a single car the whole time I was in Canada. Meanwhile, I was doing stand-up shows up there. I was working on new material because I had just dropped the special. I was on the road. I was on tour. I was doing stand-up. Like I was doing like other things.
You're busy.
But while I was busy, hence why I needed an assistant. But while I was busy doing the thing I wanted to do, which is make content, do stand up, all that jazz, I had like death threats and people baiting me, and these and so trying to combat that. When Lex was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna sue her," I was like, "Sure, please." Because I will say what helped.
So he was fine with it. He was totally fine with it. He was down with that.
But did break laws. I do have a lawyer. As of this moment, hey, Hellbent, whatever. Okay. Right. This is so dumb and I hate this. This is.
But even there, he's sort of doubling down. It's obvious that he does actually think that he was on board. He was on board. He wants to still have the threat there. Like
so silly. I find this so dumb.
Hey, maybe one day I'll amend the bridge and have like a little comedy battle,
Yeah, no. Lex was texting me while she was using alt accounts to dupe Hellbent. She was like, "I'm playing her like a fiddle," and I was like, "Okay, babe." Sure, okay.
I get that. You're kind of just like you wanted to stay out of it, kind of like okay.
I can't control somebody else. I'm not gonna tell her not to do something. Like she took it upon herself to do all.
This is such cope. He just said that with the Reddit stuff, he was saying, maybe don't say that. Maybe don't say that. Why are you not doing that with the Hellbent thing? Because you were on board with it. Because you were happy to let it happen.
All that, and there's some things I said maybe don't say that publicly, but sometimes you would just say stuff publicly, and I'd be like, oh, geez.
Yeah, and how you got to deal with it because it's always going to be Jake Whittle's girlfriend.
So yeah, you might not be able to control her, but you can say, hey, that's a bad idea. You probably shouldn't try and opt people. That's a very bad idea.
It's never really just like, oh, Lex said this. It's Jake Whittle's girlfriend did this.
Well, that's how she marketed herself. She marketed herself as an attachment to me. And then she's like, I don't want to be just Jake Whittle's girlfriend. And it's like, well, then stop jumping in front of this so hard.
Yeah. So again, like this is just going to be for the cut so I can like add it in. Sure. The Hellbent stuff was she infiltrated your Patreon. She paid to be in there. She pretended to be a fan, like, hey, I want to know more, blah, 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 blah. She ended up going into your Discord, which was like a paid members exclusive type of thing, to record a call with you and a few members without their consent, right? Okay.
Yeah, so she basically paid for a membership. She was a member. She was a little active in the chats. She went to one of the workshops that we held, and in the workshops, here's the point of the Ugly Duck workshops. And the reason why they're called Ugly Duck workshops is because in Greenville, North Carolina, where I did a lot of stand-up, where I was in college, I was working at Mr. Beast, but Greenville, North Carolina.
Oh, great.
The Ugly Duck open mic. That's an open mic that meant a lot to me.
Okay.
I felt like I became the comic I am today, going to Crossbones Tavern and Pitt Street Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Doing shitty little so the Ugly Duck.
So and you wanna put other people through that? You wanna make other people into the comic you are today, yeah? You want to get other people to the same point you're at.
Okay.
Okay.
I felt like I became the comic I am today, going to Crossbones Tavern and Pitt Street Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Doing shitty little so the Ugly Duck writing workshop was me trying to spiritually continue that. One of my favorite things in stand-up is writing jokes, being in a group of people. Like I love writers' rooms, and so I wanted to hold writers' workshops on my channel or on my Patreon. If you want to be a member, you can join the writers' workshops. And a lot of people in there have never done stand-up before. A lot of them are on the younger side. I don't think we had anybody under the age of 18, but like 19, 20, like younger people.
Young
people who wanted to try stand-up, were interested in it. I said, bring joke ideas.
Right.
I'm going to have joke ideas. We're going to talk about comedy theory. It's just a room where we talk about stand-up twice a month.
Yeah.
That's all it was, And Hellbent joins, and she's like, I've been doing stand-up for 2 years, and I'm kind of a big deal. And I'm like, great, cool, let's have a fun conversation. And she's kind of being obnoxious the whole time, kind of like steamrolling other people, telling people her jokes aren't that great. And you know, it's like, okay, well, this is a safe space where people can tell jokes. You're being kind of annoying, but it's fine.
Right.
And then she brings up some.
Yeah, well, this is making Hellbent sound kind of based, actually.
Which again. This is what she wants. This is what Lex wants. It's people fucking with me so that I talk about them so that they get attention. This economy of attention is stupid.
Yeah.
I have been dealing with morons tugging on my shirt going, talk about me, talk about me. And it's like, can I just focus on the things I want to do, please?
Yeah. Does he not realize you literally can just ignore it? Does he realize this yet?
So real quick, if I may. So I'm so sorry. But so she's in the Patreon, and she's filming in the Patreon. She's filming on my patrons, you know, without any of the patrons' consent.
Yeah.
And that's when she's asking me questions about Mr. Beast stuff.
I don't think there is an expectation of privacy on Patreon. I don't think there is any expectation of privacy there.
Kind of, and I'm not trying to like say, hey, no Beast talking the fucking like I'm just trying to keep the vibes chill.
Yeah.
And she's actively making the vibes not chill, and my moderator had to jump in and be like, okay, let's move on, you know. And so I'm getting a little annoyed, and I'm just trying to shut it down, and I'm trying to get back to talking about jokes, fellas. And so then she makes a video where she's like, Jake Weddle never shuts up about Mr. Beast. And I'm like, well, for your clickbaity fucking, now I know your intention when you got in the chat. You know, and so, and then, you know, I get upset, and then Lex tries to defend me, and then Lex goes full psy up on Hellbent, and but now they're buddy because they both hate me now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I after this moment,
we stand with Lex. We love Lex.
27th. After this, I'm not talking about any of this ever again. So you guys can have your attention. You guys want your attention? Here you go. Get your attention. That's what you wanted. I hope you're happy.
Hell yeah. So during that call, like the Discord call, did you ever think like this was a setup for something? Like, did you ever think it was going to be content, or you were just not really thinking?
I had no idea. I was dealing with 1,000 other things, and I thought, I was like, oh, she was annoying. Gotcha. And then I didn't think anything about it for like weeks.
Yeah.
And then video drop. I'm editing the special like super late at night, and I'm about to go to bed, and it's like. Oh, what the fuck is this? God damn it.
Yeah, because the order of this, like she didn't drop the video until after the Soggy Cereals video with Beast, or like Beast approved Soggy Cereals video.
Yeah.
So she was holding off on it until it was like, I guess, okay to be mad at you or something.
Or maybe until it took her long enough to edit. I don't,
who knows?
Whatever.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But there was one thing in there I know got people kind of stirred up. Well, actually, it was the whole video itself was kind of like a Streisand effect type of thing, because her video only had like 1,000 views, and then when people heard that there was like lawsuits involved, it started getting around, and it's at like 7,000 now.
That's how it works.
Yeah, it's still like, and after this, it's gonna get more. So like whatever. Whoops. Lex was a great assistant. She was not.
Should have got media training. Whoops.
So you disavow that, like that law threat, that legal threat, pretty much.
I think she did something that was illegal, shitty, scummy, and cringe. Yeah. But yeah, no. As of this moment, Hellbent, you're fine.
Right. And I mean, I pirated a few.
Dude, like, see, he won't disavow it. He's being so careful, man. Oh my god.
It's water under the bridge. I know in that video.
I don't think it's firm. It's illegal at all.
Claim that
I don't think that's.
Rosanna had contact with the FBI or something.
He thinks because the UK is like two-party consent or whatever, you can't record conversations or whatever. But I don't think that Discord is the same as a phone call. A Patreon Discord is the same as a phone call. I think there's like something with about public digital spaces or some shit like that. Obviously I don't know fuck all about the law. I'm not gonna pretend that I've got like a super firm opinion on this, like, you know, Jake's pretending to, or Lex pretends to. But my understanding is that it's not as clear cut as they're making it out to be.
Trying to say something to get her to quit being annoying.
Yeah.
And I thought we were in a private conversation and I wasn't being filmed.
Exactly how I felt.
Film for the rest of your life. Never assume you're not being filmed, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, no shit, especially on your fucking Patreon. Also, why would you like tell mistruths to your patrons about the fucking situation?
Everyone is filming you for the purpose of making content about you that is shitty.
Exactly.
So that's the life I live now.
Yeah, that was kind of my takeaway too, that you didn't think it was really going to be public info. You didn't think it was going to be recorded. Yeah. So you're just kind of chatting shit.
And Rosanna had publicly said, Rosanna got in trouble, like not in trouble, but she got in hot water for saying that she sent, you know, I've reported Jimmy to the FBI over the CP and his blah, blah, blah. So I was trying to say that quickly while I was annoyed.
Yeah.
So I was like, fucking, like, so I'm so sorry. I misspoke slightly about something I was annoyed about and trying to move on from quickly.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Sure. I tweeted something in 2019. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
While we're on that topic of like
he can't take any responsibility.
Lawsuits and stuff. What about the Queeman?
My one.
You know that one.
The what?
The Queeman one, who was the for anyone looking, Queeman. I don't know if he was able to get into your Patreon or he hired someone or someone just sent it to him. He joined your Patreon and leaked the special early.
Oh, the guy who. Oh, yeah, that's also a crime. It's like a.
Okay, again, like copyright infringement. Is it even a crime? It's civil, right? Isn't it civil? Is it necessarily a crime? No, it's not a crime. It's like a civil liability issue. And then again, further than that, you have to prove, no, technically it is assumed to be a civil liability issue. However, I would have to prove an affirmative defense of fair use, which I think there's a case for, and it's certainly, given the creator, lawsuits that exist. We saw what Sargon won against Aquila, obviously. For what? What did he do? He cut a few clips and changed the title. He didn't even do any commentary of his own on the fucking content. So the idea that it's just like clear cut, I'm in the right. That's not true. That's not true from my side either, obviously. I wouldn't be so stupid as to pretend that I've got like 100% perfect understanding of fair use law and how it would pan out in a court. But the reality is that it's a very contentious and difficult thing to pin down, and you do need that's why it goes to court. And it's not a crime. It's not a crime. It's like a civil liability issue.
Yeah, fuck. All right, dude. Thank you for watching my special.
Yeah.
Like.
Wow.
Everyone's really convinced by this code.
Yeah, fuck. All right, dude. Thank you for watching my special.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, we're already convinced. We're already convinced by that code.
Was that you, or was that again like kind of like Lex's idea?
Pretty much the exact same situation.
Okay.
Hey, they did a crime. Let's sue them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and I thought, oh well, they did break the law, so there is legal grounds for that. I do have a lawyer now that I purchased with money.
I do. So, I think a lot of people are on your side there.
I do think currently, right here, right now, taking somebody to court over these things is very silly, especially for how small they are.
Right.
You think? You don't think there's a lot of money in that, Jay?
Because these people do just want the attention from me, and I've said this,
bro. This is just delusional. It was just for fun. It was for fun for the audience. That's why it was done on Kick, away from everything else. It wasn't about getting attention. It wasn't even about needling this guy, really. It was like funny because he was threatening to lawsuits over the Hellbent thing. That's why it was funny. But it was like off to the side. It was over in a quiet corner of the internet. It wasn't like I was parading this around.
In 1,000 different places. What these people do is they tug on your shirt and they go, hey, am I annoying? Hey, am I annoying? Yeah. Am I annoying? And then you go, yes. And they go, we won.
Yeah, you push them and they're like, you hit me.
No, literally.
Okay, that's just not what was happening. Again, I agree with him. That is like the play for commentary. Even I do this a lot of the time. Yeah, I do the tugging on your shirt, waiting until they lash out, and then go, oh, you're hitting me. Yeah, of course, that's funny to do. Yes, that can be funny. Everyone does that sometimes. But this was just over and quiet. Maybe Hellbent was tugging on his shirt by posting about it. But this was just done for fun one night over quiet corner on the internet, just laughing about how bad your special was. Like, it wasn't this crazy, like, A-logging. I'm trying to make you go crazy, Jake. I'm trying to make you lose your mind.
And that's definitely something I think a lot of people would agree with. That's definitely something.
Nightmare. I'm watching a special.
What is it called? Copyright strike. And I don't think anyone would be upset at, because again,
I strike stuff. I reported stuff. I did say to YouTube terms and service, hey, you know, but that's the thing. Like, it was around the holidays and customer service wasn't speedy. You know.
Yeah. So nothing happened.
So he went to YouTube about a kick stream. He went to YouTube about my kick stream.
I'm talking like 6 different robots. I'm like, can I talk to a human goddamn being on the phone about something, please?
No, literally, it's kind of like if you were to just, I don't know, pay for Netflix and then just stream a new movie that just...
This guy's on customer support, Google customer support, YouTube customer support, YouTube creator support, crying to them about the fact I watched some of his Patreon content on a kick stream. Literally, no relationship to YouTube, no relationship to Google.
Just came out and react to it with your audience. Like, don't be upset if you get strike for that kind of content. You know?
Yeah. So I went through the proper motions of it. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think you guys are lame and cringe, and that's not that's okay. You guys are allowed
okay to be lame and cringe.
And Jake Weddle is totally not lame and cringe as a 27-year-old failed stand-up comedian. Holy shit. Jesus, we're on my fucking mush mouth.
I'm lame and cringe.
Right.
Everyone calls me lame and cringe. That's fine. We're all just lame and cringe.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I pause.
So we're at the copyright stuff. So this is at the point where you're kind of finding out that Lex is getting into wars with like the online commentary community at this point.
She's getting into wars with the online commentary community. She's going to war with the mods at the YouTube drama subreddit.
Oh, God.
She's going to war with my friends, my family. Lex is at war.
Yeah.
Lex is fighting.
The YouTube drama thing is kind of crazy because she was one of the few people who, when you first left Twitter, she went on there and was like, oh, here's a picture of me and Jake together. Kind of like, come at me, bro, to the like commentary people, which was kind of weird.
And again, that's what was like, so like I thought comforting and supportive was because I was getting attacked, and I go, oh, here's somebody who's, you know, not afraid to, you know, be like, hey, the idea I stand with my, boyfriend while they're undergoing something publicly wild and stressful, like that's, in a vacuum, that sounds lovely, that sounds great.
Yeah.
But when used maliciously for financial and social gain.
Yeah.
That's, whoopsie daisies.
Yeah, looking back on
he was so into it.
The videos of trying to fight the commentary people and be like, oh, I'm Jake Weddle's girlfriend, by the way. I'm the Jake Weddle girl, This was also the same time where Hellbent got like DMs, or Lex and Hellbent started DMing about that whole copyright stuff that seemed pretty friendly. And then like alt accounts.
Yeah, her intention was to be friendly with this account and then be like, are role playing as like some kind of like, oh, I'm Lex's like ex-boyfriend from a few years ago. I dated her forever. Yeah, that was her using alt accounts trying to intimidate Hellbent into taking the video down, again with legal threats.
Yeah, people were kind of figuring that out. Like, she's making
again. He can say that, but you were also making legal threats and trying to imitate Hellbent and taking the video down. You were playing along.
These alt accounts or fake accounts to try to like do like psyops, like I'm gonna go undercover and get on both people's sides type of stuff.
She likes role playing as a lawyer. She likes role playing as like a CIA agent. She likes role playing as an influencer.
So after that,
based. We stand with Lex. We stand with Lex.
You had her arguing with people, calling out the community, and there was one specific post you put out that I guess caused the shitstorm, right?
Yeah. Oh, what did I say? What did I tweet? Go ahead. What did I tweet?
You put on Instagram, you called out, like the commentary people. I think I might have screenshotted it. If you remember it, you can kind of elaborate.
Which one? Because I've Instagram storied a lot in my day.
I know there was one specific one that caused like the second red flag with the relationship.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I think Tricky Tom made a video calling my mental health into question. Very classy thing to do. Very cool of you to do. And when that happened, I was like, God, I was just fucking God, And my criticisms again were of the systems in place that are here that allow this type of content to be marketable and profitable. This type of hate engagement is so popular on the platform.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go.
I was more so
Let's
like
go.
The concept of this type of commentary. I think reactions are fine, commentary's fine, but when people are like, this person's crazy. This person's crazy. This person should die. I hate this person. This person's a lol
Let's
cow.
go!
You know, like that kind of
Let's
stuff.
go!
I think is disgusting. I think that's just, it's because it's just bullying for profit.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Woo,
and so
let's go
I was
bullying for
making a
profit.
generous, I said, this is what I said. Commentary channel.
I think it's awesome that people can monetize cyberbullying now. I think that is awesome.
Channels who profit off of calling other people's mental health into question, you know, that's, you guys are dorks.
And I think you're allowed to have that opinion.
I call them dorks, you know? Yeah.
Dorks. How dare you?
Oh, that Jake Weddle, that son of a bitch.
Take his career.
Yeah.
And so what happened after this? Wait, actually,
his
before
career?
that happened,
Yeah.
Lex, she made a video on her YouTube channel. I forget the title. I don't think it's up there anymore. But it was pretty much.
It was a yeah. You could tee it up.
No, it was pretty much like an update on life. I think I archived it. Other people probably have. It was like an update on everything. She talked about her car and how happy she is in life and stuff. And then like halfway through, she kind of brought up you and like the haters, and she called them out by name. Right? She was specific, and everything was fine. I mean, people made content on it, whatever, water under the bridge. And when you made your response, it was bad.
It was an Instagram story. It was innocuous. I didn't call anybody out by name.
Yeah.
And then, so I didn't say, if anything, I didn't say to her for not to make that video, even though I was very uncomfortable with her making that video. I did say, maybe don't phrase it like that. Maybe don't say this. Maybe don't include this detail. You know, like I did a little bit of that, but that was, people say, why aren't you reeling her in, fellas? I was reeling her in as much as I could.
That was
This guy
a Z,
sucks.
you know, the lowest.
suck.
So yeah, that post that you made was apparently where she had to put her foot down.
Yeah, she said, take that down. And I was like, what? Why do I have to take that down? You've been doing all of this. I don't want to take this down.
Right.
And she said, all right, well, if that's the case, then I'll pay for half your hotel tonight. And I was like, what?
Jesus.
What are you talking about? Half your hotel?
Queen.
Over post.
Over a post. And
Great
so
job, Lex. Great job.
That's when, you know,
Great job,
again,
Lex.
you know, to use the terminology reactive abuse, which I don't want to be, you know, like fucking therapy coded about it.
Right,
but, I've everyone's been in a toxic relationship or two in my life. I'm at a period right now where I'm not going to date moving forward. But with a lot of what I've seen, you know, that's available publicly, you know, research on this, you know, whether that's parasocial or not, you know, I'm the self-proclaimed idiot. Okay.
Yeah, it happens.
But reactive abuse is, you know, terminology to describe when somebody riles.
Right, what? You keep saying it's reactive abuse. I engaged in reactive abuse. Shut up, man.
You up purposefully, like literally, am I annoying? Am I annoying? Am I annoying? And then you go, yes, and then click, and then the screenshot, the capturing you in that moment in your worst. You know, I referenced that in my Mr. Beast video. I think it was Jake the Viking versus Jake the Weddle. I referenced for you to take a snapshot of somebody at their worst for the purpose of discrediting them. That's a scummy thing to do. No matter what. And I think instead of taking a snapshot of somebody at their worst,
show the whole thing.
You should help show the whole thing, but also help them.
Yeah.
You know, if they're having anger issues, or if they're you know, like having a drug problem, or if they're doing like let's say instead of murdering everybody for every little mistake, there's educational moments and there's rehabilitation, and there's, you know, like people should be allowed to, you know, make mistakes sometimes.
I heard if someone donates $50 to Queeman, Cam Nuggets will be pinned against a wall with a Silverado and his mustache pulled off barehanded.
I couldn't possibly comment on that. Thank you for the $5, Jimberly. Thank you so much. I actually haven't shilled this entire stream, guys. I'm such an idiot for not shilling. So I'm going to do that right now. 322 people watching right now, 51 likes on the stream. If some of those 270 people wouldn't mind just moving their cursor, thumbs up, and clicking it, or pressing a thumbs up on the mobile device, that'd be hugely appreciated. Now, if you want to take your support one step further, you can donate directly through the Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy membership to the channel, gift membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat, buy a super chat, which will highlight your message of reality TTS, or buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that'll be highlighted in chat, and I'll describe it to you. You can go to discord.gg/Queeman, twitter.com/Queeman, or reddit.com/r/Queeman. Thank you. Thank you, Sugarlogs, for the $50. Thank you. Cam Nuggets will be pinned against the wall with a Silverado, and his mustache will be pulled off barehanded. I'm joking. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Obviously, no one's doing that. No one's doing that. Okay, that's not happening.
And
thank you for the $50. Thank you.
And learn from it rather than condemn it, hide it. It's shameful. Screenshot it, you know, and then you use it for defaming somebody or silencing people.
Just satire.
You know, and it's just so funny that like she was trying to stop me from going on the stream for my mental health. And then I said all the things I had to say, and then she was like, "Well, guess I got to drop my nukes now." And it's like, is that for my mental health? You know?
Yeah, you reached out to me shortly after this, like, breakup, and you got kicked out, and you told me, like, almost word for word what was going to happen. And it was so funny to watch it play out live.
You know, I told you word for word what was going to happen, and the only thing I didn't prepare for was that she was hacked into all of my devices.
That was the best part. That was cinema.
What? That was fucking... Oh, my God.
So we'll get to that.
Wow,
again.
it's so crazy. We get it. Wow, it's so crazy. Thank
so
you, Jake. Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, he logged her in.
You guys basically at that point, I don't know, broke up. You were at a fight. She said, you're getting out of here because you're not deleting your Instagram post. Yeah. And then what happened?
And then I'm oscillating between being very, very angry and being very, very, very sad.
As you should. You weren't in your own country, right? You were somewhere else.
Yeah, country. I was in my own country. She was doing all this stuff. There was a litany of it was the moment where I'm getting upset, and then she goes, click, gotcha.
Of course.
And when that happens, I'm crying. And I'm packing. That is, I remember at one point I can't find my camera. And
I think it's cool she hacked him, honestly. It was cool, okay? Possibly illegal, I'm not sure. But it was kind of cool. And I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I'm not going to pretend that going to any lengths, going to all lengths, all tactics being on the table to fuck with your ex isn't kind of awesome. I'm not going to pretend otherwise, especially when it's Jake Weddle. Especially if it's Jake Weddle.
And I'm like, I can't find my camera. You know, and I'm like, because I'm trying to leave.
You're mad. There's so much happening.
Yes, and then she called the police and told the police that I was not leaving the property. She said I would not leave, and so when the police showed up, after 2 seconds, they were just chill, and I was chill, and I left.
Yep. Just as simple as it could have been. Bad breakup, nothing more. Until wait. Before we get to that, there's a photo going around of like a hole in a wall.
Yeah, she's saying I threw my phone. Well, at first she was saying I punched a hole in the wall.
Yeah, and it's not the shape of a fist.
It's not the shape of a fist. She said I punched a hole in the wall. I did not do that. Then she's saying I threw my phone. Yes, at one point I like tossed my phone aside. Actually, I'll do a reenactment right now. Here we go.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see it.
No, we have video. All right. So this is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Stupid, silly thing that is happening right now. I hate that I have to do this.
We're doing a reenactment of Jake's spurg out at Lex. Okay, let's see.
I hate that I have to do this.
Dance monkey.
So I'm like,
show us how you beat your ex. Dance monkey. He didn't beat her. He didn't beat her. I'm joking.
So I'm like, trying to talk to her because she's like, hey, get out of my house. I'll pay for a hotel. Goodbye. Close the door. I'm like, what the fuck, huh? What are you talking about? And she's texting me, and I'm like, don't text me. You know, talk to me through the. You see what I just did there? You see what I just tossed my? Yeah.
Well, I don't. Why would you do that? That seems so weird and like.
I'm like, what the fuck, huh? What are you talking about? And she's texting me, and I'm like, don't text me. You know, talk to me through the.
Did you actually do? I just don't know that you actually did that. That doesn't seem.
She's texting me, and I'm like, don't text me.
Okay, I guess I've got no way of knowing. We didn't see what happened, but that does not seem like what anyone would do. This seems like such a.
She's like, hey, get out of my house. I'll pay for a hotel. Goodbye. Close the.
It seems more likely that he was like upset and threw it to the side. You know, the idea that he was like, don't text me. Why don't you just talk to me and throw his phone lightly? No, that sounds more like a. Don't text me, talk to me, and throws his phone. That's the sort of thing that I'm expecting. I don't feel like what you were calmly talking to her and lightly threw your phone. No, dude, no one does that. That doesn't make any sense. Because why would you throw the phone if you were in no state of emotional distress? Like the throwing of the phone is something that's happening out of frustration with the situation.
The door. I'm like, what the fuck, huh? What are you talking about?
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
She's texting me, and I'm like, don't text me. You know, talk to me through the. You see what I just did there? You see what I just tossed my? Yeah. So that's what I did.
The hole in the floor. You left the hole in the floor, right? No.
Well, it's funny because I'm looking at again, I don't want to speculate on whether or not this is a legitimate, like, from this, like, do you see how into the weeds we have to get about this? Because when I get into the weeds, I don't know if that's her wall. That doesn't look like the color of her wall.
Right.
But I don't want to say that if it is. And I don't want to say that if my phone did do that.
I think this is fair to be, I think, to be honest, I understand ways like this, but like, if you're not sure, this will make sense, but really, you really can't tell. You really just don't remember. You can reenact the throw, but you don't remember what the walls look like in the room you were in. Okay. I'm imagining him do a full wind-up MLB pitching the phone at her. It just doesn't make any sense with the story. It just doesn't make any sense. Like how you would throw the phone because you're frustrated. You wouldn't throw it because you're like having a calm, reasonable conversation. It would be out of frustration. It doesn't make sense that his portrayal there is accurate. That does not fit in to the story. Thank you for the raid, Chud. Thank you. Welcome in, Chud Raiders. We're covering the newly released Cam Nuggets Jake Weddle interview here. And there's pretty crazy stuff. Apparently, Jake hired Lex as his assistant and then started dating her. And he says she was an amazing assistant. And then one night, he started confiding in her, saying how terrible his life was. She was commiserating with him, and he decided he had to date his assistant.
That's her wall.
The one that was on his payroll.
Doesn't look like the color of her wall.
Right.
But I don't want to say that if it is. And I don't want to say that if my phone did do that, because maybe my phone did do that.
Right.
Okay?
Let me pay for your $50 drywall replacement. My bad.
Yeah,
sorry.
1,000%. You know? At the same time, I remember she like left she's got a snake, and she like left the heating lamp from her snake on the ground, and it like burned like a brown spot into the floor. You know,
that was abusive.
Like
she did on purpose.
Yeah, no, she's gonna set the house on fire. She's setting stuff on.
She was trying to take you out, you know? Actually. No,
fucking for real. You know, like can I confirm or deny that I left a hole in the wall with my fist? Yeah, I didn't do it with my 1,000%. I didn't do it with my fist.
We know.
Did I do that with my like the shape of an L or like a zebra or something?
I want to say there is a 10% chance that yes, my phone left that nick in the wall.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, if Jake's saying it's 10%, that's more like 30% to me. 30 or 40% to me.
It wasn't
10% chance.
It wasn't your intention either. Like you didn't just angrily slam it with all your might. Because your phone looked fine too. Your case is still good. Your phone's still good. Show us that.
Yeah, look at my phone. Look at my fine phone.
I feel like slamming that.
Yeah, it's got a fucking case on it. It's got, dude. Dude. If your phone hits, if you toss your phone to the side of the wall with a case on it, it's not going to just like shatter. As long as you're not like pitching it face first at the wall, it's not going to shatter. The plaster is more likely to take damage than the phone. If it's the case is hitting the wall side on, that is absolutely the case. That is absolutely more likely.
End of the wall would not leave it in such good condition.
That's just not true.
Yeah, no, I've had this phone
There's
for.
A few cracks. You did it. No.
Oh sure, yeah, I'm fucking
We've all dropped a phone or two.
Well, I just toss my shit all the time. Fucking, I'm
just
very reckless with all the technology. This is somebody who provably participates in like alt accounts, manipulation, Photoshop, clearly revels in manipulating people. The way she's like, I'm playing Hellbent like a fiddle.
Right.
You know,
yeah, she does.
Like a real
that's fucking that's fucking awesome.
She said that I screenshotted and sent to you.
That's why you wanted to wait. Why does he pretend that he didn't like this? He obviously liked the fact she was doing this. Like, you hired her as an assistant. She was already crazy. She's doing crazy stuff the whole time you're with her, going out and fighting people for you, and you kept it going, and you had her on fucking payroll. Like, it's so crazy to pretend like, oh, she was just doing this crazy stuff, and I was nothing to do with any of it. No, dude, that's cap.
Right.
Like, so like. How can you? Also, people are reaching.
Even there, it's not like he's even.
So,
look,
you know, like a.
He says, "Just be careful, lol, KK baby, just be careful." Like he wasn't expressing any problem with this.
Real thing that she said that I screenshotted and sent to you.
Right.
Like, so like, how can you? Also, people are reaching out to me saying this is what she does.
Yeah. After that, after the breakup, you reach out to me. You know, one-on-one, boy to boy, and you're just like, hey, this stuff happened. Don't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone. And you started to
Dude, Cam Nuggets is so desperate, man. This guy is, it's actually so sad how desperate this guy is. Begging for approval in spicy chat and talking to Jake Weddle boy to boy in fucking DMs. It's so sad. It's actually fucking pathetic.
To basically tell me what she was going to do, which ended up happening. She drops a song about you and about the relationship.
The song was a surprise. It was surprisingly fast.
It was fast.
How that song came out.
And it was surprisingly okay. She's not a bad singer. Let's get out about that.
Okay, look,
insane Mackie Maxing secretary running gay ops on internet haters, and you're complaining? Some guys have all the luck.
I'm gonna give an honest review, okay, if I may. I think the mixing on it is very good. I think it is mixed very well.
That's the one. Wait, the mixing and the vocals are the bad part.
Very good mixing job. The lyrics are very bad. You can't say the names of social medias.
It's weird.
But no, that part gets stuck in your head. That part gets stuck in the head. No, I disagree. I totally disagree. That's one of the best parts. Where's the song again? I don't want to play the fucking terrible Quack version that needs to be redone if it's ever going to be played again. Please, man, have some mercy. No, I'm totally milking this song for all it's worth. I think it's funny. I think this is awesome. I think I have to use this to its most. Okay, I'm such a huge fan of content creators making music, especially when it's about drama situations. I'm like a huge fan. I'm such a fan of that. Turkey Tom, Tipster, Diss Track, IDDQD. I'm such a huge fan. I think it's so funny, so awesome, such good content. And this one is especially funny.
Next girl who tries to care for you, make sure that she knows how bad I was too. Maybe she'll do a better job of cleaning your messes up while you lay on the floor.
Here we go.
Wonder why you're sore. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Tell them all just who I am. Told me your exes were the problem, and now I feel sorry for them. Time, patience, sanity, all the things you took from me. I hope you get some sympathy from posting on your Instagram story. Go on and sue me with the lawyer I found. Don't pick me up, just put me down. I wanna forget all the mean things you said, but you message my friends trying to get in my head.
Why is this good? What the fuck? Why is this good?
Say it again. Say it again. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, such a mess, but you're the man. Have to lie to keep your friends. I feel sorry for them. Time, patience, sanity, all the things you took from me. I hope you get some sympathy from posting on your Instagram story. I hope you learned your lesson. Don't start a battle with no weapon. Don't light a fire in someone's house and then get mad when they kick you out. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Say it again. Time, patience, sanity. Say it again. Make a villain out of me on Christmas Eve. Post it to your Instagram story.
Played it again award. Played it again award. Let's go. Is Alex Morale collab happening? I don't think so. She blocked them. I wish.
Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah,
like you can't.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it goes hard. You're mad.
mixed.
This guy's seething. This guy's seething.
Mixing
It goes
job.
hard.
The lyrics are very bad. You can't say the names of
Dog
songs.
what's Connie,
it's
Jewish man.
Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Yeah.
Like, it's mixed.
Seething,
it's mixed very
seething.
well, and the lyrics are bad. That's my honest review.
Right. And there's a lot of crazy stuff in this song, and people were quickly taking it, you know, as a, I don't know if you would say bait. They were just quick to say, oh, I knew Jake was a horrible, evil person. I
Right.
mean, she mentions all the things you took from me, you know, from posting on your Instagram story. Go and sue me with your lawyer. Things like this.
That's so. The lawyer she made me get.
No,
I wouldn't
it
have
says
a
it.
lawyer
Yeah.
if she didn't make me get a lawyer.
Sue me with the lawyer I found, right? So she's admitting to the lawyer accusations, right?
Yeah. So yeah, she it's so basically what that song is her getting ahead of me talking about her publicly.
Oh god,
because
yeah.
Dude, that's so true. The Jake Weddle and C Sam Nuggets talking is ape-to-ape communication. That's
the whole
facts.
song is about, oh, Jake's gonna control the narrative.
Right.
I didn't Photoshop nothing. You know, I didn't make any alt accounts.
This just is not the same species to me. This is like a different species. This is not.
Okay, if
Right.
anybody's controlling the narrative, it's the person who's hacked into my computer who is blocking me from getting on stream. Am I crazy?
And to
Am I
to clear up any confusion too that the song's about you, she was nice enough to leave a snippet of your audio in the beginning.
She
You don't care about my feelings, do you? You want to say that again?
Queen, we stand with her.
She left a
I'm with
snippet of my
her.
audio in the beginning. Audio she said to me privately, I have private recordings of you, but don't worry, I'm not going to publish them, but they are for my protection. And
Okay.
then the first thing she did was publish them.
Yep, she did.
So-
She published them, and then she's starting to tell community or commentary people like, "There's more coming if he dares open his mouth against me."
See?
Right.
So, okay, bet. Here we go.
See,
And this leads to the next part. So the community finds the song, right? It starts making its rounds. People are like, "Oh, she's surprisingly good. Oh, I knew Jake was a bad guy." I didn't like this. I reached out to you, tried to get some clarification. We made things happen. You know, I think it's
Well,
all
yeah, no,
good in the end.
the first thing she said was, don't worry, if we break up, I'm not going to, like, you know, everything you tell me in confidence, I will never say publicly, you know, and then she proceeded to record me privately and make it very public. That was the first thing she did before I even landed, before my feet touched the ground in the States.
Yeah.
She has a full mix with the, oh, God.
And she's also leaked messages of that. Like she's leaked messages, which don't even make you look bad. If anything, she looks like a dick for leaking these. It's you pretty much just saying like, "Oh, like why'd you do this? Like I loved you, blah blah blah," like stuff like that, right? And she leaked
dude,
these.
Can I tell you something? I loved her genuinely, bottom of my heart, and that's the most embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
I really cared about that lady. I really did.
felt- you got
and
grifted, bro.
I felt safe. I felt comfortable, and this has happened to me before. You know,
Yeah.
this is I've had people who know me from stand up or YouTube. I get milked. I'm very gullible.
She dropped her song. You know, it was making rounds. People started watching it. People were commenting on it because of like the irony. It's funny. People thought, "Oh, Jake Weddle and his girlfriend that he loved so much, they broke up. It's so funny, haha." And somehow she ended up on a call with a channel by the name of Morale, who's like another smaller
okay,
commentary
let's
guy.
go.
It was just the next person on the grift.
Yeah,
It was fine.
she was.
Let's
it was
go.
interesting.
Monkey branching. Let's go. W Morale. Cocked. He's seething. Look at him. Look at him. He's seething. Total vindication. Total vindication. Was Morale flirting with this bitch for 4 hours really necessary? Yeah, look at his fucking face. Yeah, look at this guy's fucking face. Yeah, look at the look on this guy's face. Look at his teeth showing through and the misery and pain he's going through. 2 days after Christmas, getting cocked by a cartoon cat on the internet.
With a channel by the name of Morale, who's like another smaller commentary guy.
It was just the next person on the grift.
Yeah,
It was fine.
it was interesting because they didn't really like spill any tea. They just were like watching funny videos together. They got asked a few questions and whatnot. She pretty much denied the alt account allegations, which, yeah, that ended up not being true.
One time she showed me. I wish I had the screenshot. I have to find it because I didn't actively take screenshots of things she sent me. I have to go back and find them.
You don't expect to have to.
Right. But she did one point say, "Hey, here's all the alt accounts I have, so you know if one of these accounts reached out to you, it's me." And she has like 5 or 6 of them. Like
Jesus.
fucking like. I know she's got a handful of Discord alts and she's got a handful of Reddit alts, but that's all I've seen.
Completely sane behavior. Completely.
Very. I'm
Lex,
not on
show
Reddit.
yourself.
I'm not on Discord. I'm not.
Lex, show yourself. We can get you out of this, Lex.
I'm a part of this world, and I hate it now that I'm here. I gotta tell you, I'm fucking.
No, I had to pretty much keep you up to date on everything that was happening because you're not on it. You know.
Fucking yeah.
You're doing your own thing, and then you're finding out, this is leaking. This is leaking, and so we set up the call. You and me, we're gonna have a call. I'm not so great in live like debate settings and things.
Canadians are basically French. This alone makes Lex unsupportable. On top of this, she's a woman. For me, this is very much a Chairman Mao versus Kim Jong-il. Is hoping that they burn each other down, not a coherent position.
There are issues with this. I agree with the philosophy here, but there's issues. You're not evaluating fully, okay? The current situation is everyone has completely bought into Jake's gay, innocent persona. Even though he's like kind of doubling down on a lot of things in this video, and he's saying crazy shit about how he hired as her assistant and then started dating her, and it's pretty... So you have to, first of all, there's correction to be made, okay? There is sort of like pushback to be had about the extent to which people have just totally bought into what Jake Weddle's saying. Now, past that, Lex is actually better content than Jake. Lex is funnier. Lex is crazier. Lex makes music. That's all epic. That's all epic. She spoke about wanting to fuck dogs and horses. So, sadly, right now, as much as ultimately I do agree, these people burn each other down, as much damage as possible to both parties, amazing, great, cool. I'm fine with that. I don't like either of these people. I would like to see them, I find Lex funny, but I don't, want anything good to happen to these people by any stretch. But right now, there is a losing front. And it needs bolstering.
Things like that, interview settings. So I let buddy Aiden Projects do it, who you guys haven't been on like the greatest of terms, but
honestly, all I know is this person has made like a bunch of has participated in the campaign that is also adjacent to the R.
Glad you're coming around to my views on these people. DM me for papers, book recommendations, and documentaries on BitChute. Was that about my comment towards Jake and CSAM Nuggets?
This, fucking
the other one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too fond of somebody off the bat about that.
But
But very similar. I had a video on my channel turning my haters into friends.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of these haters will reach out to me and say, "Hey man, I don't like you, but there's a lot of like false."
Did you hear the other day when I was saying they shouldn't be able to drink at the same water fountains as us or sit at the same place in the bus as us?
Accusations coming your way from like some wild, insane people.
Yeah.
And when a hater of mine who can not like me, like, because my comedy's bad or whatever, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, like, can say, oh, well, that's wild and unhinged. I should warn this guy. That's fine.
Cam Nuggets can't even breathe, man. Yeah, but it's not because I'm kneeling on him. It's because he's got the genealogy of a pug and his throat's collapsing.
But, like, can say, oh, well, that's wild and unhinged. I should warn this guy. That's fine.
And then after this, while the call was literally, like, on the cusp of being set up, Lex apparently gets into Morale's call to spill more tea, say like, oh, if Jake says anything crazy, I'm leaking it all is what she starts saying. Typical, the most sane black male behavior, right?
It's so funny.
And so you say, F it, we're going live, we're doing it live.
Well, I know she's threatening me with this dirt, and I know what dirt she has isn't dirt.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, you're gonna threaten me with blackmail when you used to be my biggest supporter?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell people what happened.
Yeah, and the blackmail is what she included in her clip or in the snippet of her song. She has like longer versions apparently. If you just crying, you raising your voice, I guess, during like an argument, right?
What she has is me being upset at her for kicking me out of her house over an Instagram story when I'm in a foreign goddamn country.
Yeah.
Like, while, you know, the reasons.
No, they asked Jake for permission to leak the call. They asked Jake if they could just leak it. And Jake was like, yeah, fuck it, just get it out there, basically.
Why I'm upset are besides the point. I'm clearly...
Well, it wasn't like that, actually. He said, well, I'd prefer if you didn't, but if you guys want to, I suppose you can.
Very upset in the video.
So Demerol was like, $150, I'm leaking the call.
Yeah. Or if it's out there, I don't know as of this if it's out there or not. I really hope it's not, because it's embarrassing. It's like an unconsensual sex tape.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it's like literally like, hey, you do this, I'm going to leak your nudes. You know, something that was a private moment. You know, it's gross to do that to somebody. And you know, like
misery on Jake
I
Weddle.
have been in multiple relationships where people have been physical with me. You know, I have been in situations where, you know, police were called and my partner was arrested for beating me.
Right.
And so and Lex knew that. And for her to basically flip the script and leverage that as if like what that was a purposeful, calculated method of, you better not talk about me.
Oh yeah, it gets worse. It gets worse. We're not even to that point. While we were setting up this call, Aiden got blocked, surprisingly, but not by you, but by someone on your account, right? So he calls you, you're setting up his your cameras, you see how ugly he is. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. You see his face.
Honestly, his haircut threw me off. I was oh, this guy. I'm sorry, that's so funny. I said, funny. Oh, fucking, I see this guy's haircut for 10 seconds. Right. I go, oh, I don't care.
So you see how he looks, you leave the call and instantly block him.
But does she have video of him crying in the corner?
Thank you for the $5. Yeah, release the camera footage, Lex.
His haircut threw me off. I was oh, this guy. I'm sorry, that's so funny. I said, funny. Oh, fucking, I see this guy's haircut for 10 seconds. Right. I go, oh, I don't.
Aiden is going to completely turn on Jake Weddle for this comment. That is I can't see how Aiden takes that lying down. He's actually the biggest bitch in the world if he lets that slide. It's crazy.
So you see how he looks, you leave the call and instantly block him.
Pull that up, and then I'll turn on my camera.
Okay.
I'll just set up virtual.
Is it already going? Are we on?
Yeah, we're on. They can hear you. They can hear you.
Okay, we've seen all this. We've seen all this.
Me and you call that group, to which you block me and leave the group. And so I go to Instagram.
Yeah, dude, literally, both of these guys are like Chud hairline in their fucking 20s, and they're talking crazy about Aiden, dude.
And I'm like, dude, what the heck just happened? Is your Instagram or your Discord down or something? And you're like, what'd you say? Like you got logged out or like something hacked me, something like that?
As soon as it started happening, I thought, there's no way.
Oh,
there's no way. Are you? Because I thought, what could be happening right
now? I mean, you can say Chud strays, but he's 38. These guys are like 25.
Now, she was my assistant.
Yeah.
I used her computer because I broke my laptop recently, so I don't have a laptop anymore, and I didn't fly my PC to Canada, you know?
Yeah.
So I was using her laptop to work. So I was logged in on some stuff, you know, and I either thought I had logged out of all my shit. I mean, I left in a hurry, so I don't know. I didn't double check to make sure I was logged out of all my stuff.
I knew something was up because I was texting you. Literally, as I was texting you, like it said, like Jake Weddle was typing, and then I got blocked, like mid-type. I was like, that doesn't even like really add up. So, you know, I message you on there. We find out you were hacked. We're not saying it was Lex yet. We hop on over to Brown's stream. Lex joins Brown's stream again and pretty much admits to doing it, right? Basically confirms she's had access to all your messages and everything for the past few weeks, which is creepy, scary.
And I have been telling people I'm scared of her. I've been telling people that like she's got blackmail on me. I've been telling people that I got rug pulled, and she's watching me tell people that.
And all of this was probably archived. Like that's how unhinged she is. She's the type to archive everything.
Based.
Like I'm literally like still getting like I'm still getting the heebie-jeebies.
W Lex, good job, Lex.
Worse. She's in this morale call.
Make this guy terrified of whatever you may have. All the pies you've got your fingers in, all the DMs that you've been looking at, make him terrified, make him squirm.
Saying she did this for your safety, or for like to help you.
For my mental health, Lex, please leave me alone.
Like, she doesn't want to blackmail or hack you. She's just doing, she has to at this point.
For my safety,
you've given her no other choice.
Hi.
What's up?
If Jake, I'm trying to save Jake from himself right now, because if he does fucking speak up, my hand is forced.
You're trying to save Jake from himself from doing what?
I don't want him to force my hand for us to release those recordings, because I'm gonna have to if he says some fucked shit. And it's not like, I sent you the photo of the dent that he left in my wall. Like, if he fucking does this, he knows, and his friends are not okay with it. Like, his in real life friends are
Rita, what is actually what is the wording, or like, how does that work? If someone's given you access to their account, they've given you the access and said you can use the account, but then later on down the line you take an action that they end up not liking, because that's what happened here, right? She had access to his accounts because she was his assistant and she was running the accounts basically, or she was in part running these accounts. No, Rita, he hired her as an assistant. That's how they started dating. He hired her as an assistant and started dating her. She was doing his emails, coordinating with people, scheduling. I'm pretty sure she got given access to the accounts as part of that. Yeah, basically a Discord assistant, yeah. He was paying her. He met her on the internet. He said he emailed her business email from his business email to log out of his shit, and she replied, sure thing, or something to that effect. Yeah, I just don't think it's... I understand that you obviously we can determine, looking at the situation, she is using his account in a way that he doesn't want to, that he didn't really consent to. But I don't know how that would play out in terms of law, or whether she would be prosecuted for it. Because it's like, it's tricky if they've been given access to run those accounts as part of like a job. That's like a weirder situation. Again, he's probably rescinded it, but yeah, I just don't think it's necessarily, what would you say? I don't think it's clear cut.
Trying to be like, dude, like, this is not okay. Like, we're trying to fucking care for him.
You're trying to care for him.
I don't want to have... I'm going to have to defend myself. I was not going to release those full recordings, the full 12-minute recording of him yelling at me. Like, I don't want to release that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have to if he does this. Like, I'm trying to help him.
And I managed to get you and Aiden finally together on a phone call. He leaks your number. No, he doesn't do that. I'm joking. You're very adamant. Say, don't leak my number. I did not.
Well, because my number already got leaked once. I've already changed my number once because of all this shit.
You know, you fought through it. You said, we need to have this call. Don't leak it.
Yeah, fuck it.
You have a call.
Please don't leak it. Here's my phone number. Holy shit.
And you have an amazing call with Aiden. Like, it was awesome. Like, the chat loved you. I appreciate that. The chat was making their way back. So, you know what? Lex is crazy. Jake was right all along.
I'm not, you know, Lex can make all the accusations about me. I'm not, you know, trying to say, I'm not even alleging she hacked my stuff. She did that. She said that. She said it.
She said it herself. We'll include it. I'm including a clip.
You know, so I just want to make a couple things perfectly clear, if I may. I don't condone, you know, not believing survivors of domestic violence. I'm not saying that all women be trifling. I'm not saying, you know, because I don't want this to be like an excuse for men to be like, oh, she's just sucking it. She's just, because some people can take things that Lex did allegedly and turn it into a very, very, very sexist conversation.
All women.
That is what I really want not to happen. So that's one thing I really want to make perfectly
Every
clear.
single one, all women.
The exclusive. You can check out the live on Aiden's stream. Hopefully you made it through this video. And
if you want to subscribe to my channel, that's perfectly fine. If you don't like my stand-up, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to see more of my stuff, just go to Jake Weddle on YouTube. I don't have a silly name. You know, like these Cam Nuggets over here. The Perky Toms and the Soggy Cereals. Yeah. I'm kidding.
See Sam Nuggets.
Just Jake Weddle on YouTube. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. I appreciate you.
Wow. I would like the record to show that, yes, I am a dummy. I acknowledge I am gullible and naive. He can't accept any negative statement about himself. It's these little... And you're actually like a character impugning statements. Dumb, gullible, naive. Not I was a fucking asshole. Not I spoke the fuck out and started threatening lawsuits. It's like ignorance. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm just dumb. I'm just so silly. Dude, shut the fuck up. Learning lessons the hard way in real time. Won't happen again. No, not 2025, and no more dumbass commentary drama bullshit on my channel. No more engaging with trolls. I hope everyone had popcorn this Christmas. Stay safe and love yourself. I appreciate you. Yeah, I believe this when I fucking see it, buddy. Lex, come home. Lex, come home.